Okay, let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. So this guy here, this rider, it's made by Homko or Homko, whatever, Homko. Later became AMF, Murray, Noma, Briggs, and kind of MTD in a sense. This early model, 55, originally had a 2-cycle Power Products engine on it, vertical. Now, the later versions of this were gold or bronze. I'm not really sure. I've only seen photos. I'm gonna make a slide photo video showing it when I first got it and stuff, and taking it apart because I didn't record that. It's photos only. Now the later models have a screen here, so it's like a vented system where your engine sets bolted directly on the deck. It has gear drive wheels. So there's a gear that comes through, and then the wheels have a gear in them. And it has a shifter and everything with a bunch of cable. There's just cables everywhere on this thing to make it go in forward and reverse. Friction drive. Now this one here, being the early one, the deck, to raise and lower it, you actually have to loosen the bolts, and you turn these adjustment bolts and everything, and then the deck, and then you retighten it. The later one actually has a way to raise and lower the deck. Also, the later one, you can disengage the deck. This one here, the deck's always running. Now, my plan with this is, because this one is so bad, this came out of a forest in Newaygo, Michigan. So my plan is to actually modify the back half, put a regular transmission in it, so it doesn't use all the friction drive and all the other worn out parts. I can rebuild all of it. It's the same that they used on the snow thrower, but I'm not going to. I want this to be a practical machine. It's possible that I will get a pushmower, a used pushmower with a blade clutch assembly, and add that to this so you can disengage the blade. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to go that route or not. I am going to, however, do a weighted flywheel so that you don't have to have a blade on it if you don't want. You know, if somebody's just using it as a showpiece. But since I don't want to deal with all the drive system, even though I have it, I have the old and I have parts enough to remake what's there, what I want to do is modify this back half to put a regular, I think I have a couple 5-speed Peerless transaxles that would fit in here. But that's my plan. This machine was originally red. And again, like I said, the later one has the plate here, and then it's got these screen sides. But this is the early model. I believe the later model had a 4-cycle Briggs instead of the 2-cycle Power Products engine. But I can't verify that because I've only seen photos of them online, so I don't have a lot of good reference. But anyway, I got to free up the steering, get digging into this, and I got to get this. I just started cleaning the stuff. See, what happens is a lot of stuff gets thrown under the workbench, and it takes me forever to get around to throwing it out. So I'm going to be throwing that stuff away and a bunch of this stuff away, and then we'll get to work on this because I don't want to have the torch going when there's just flammable stuff everywhere. Now, I do like the throttle design on this, where you pull up and push down. A couple things. It's got the shifters here for forward and reverse. I'm going to reincorporate it to work with my transmission. And there's no pedal on this. It's actually, when you move the shifter, it like releases. So there's going to be some stuff I'm going to have to do. But in the end, it'll all turn out right.